Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Had a bit of a hiatus on the channel after some of the auto show content, as I was dealing with some personal health issues, but I'm back again, and today we're talking about the SRT Hellcat returning to the current Dodge Charger. It's a loaded video today, as we'll talk about what the sources are saying, current Charger sales that show how badly the Hellcat is needed, why it makes sense, when it will return, and everything else we know about this, including interviews from Kuniskis and McAlear. So let's get into this topic. So let's get talking about the return of the Hellcat. This was introduced in 2015 for the Dodge Charger and Challenger, getting various trim levels and power improvements through the Red Eye, Superstock, and Demon, before being cancelled along with the rest of the LX Chargers and Challengers after the 2023 model year. It featured the 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8 with at least 707 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque in the base Hellcats. So now, according to sources from within Mopar Insiders, Dodge has given the green light for a Hellcat-powered version of the new 8th generation Dodge Charger LB. Neither Dodge or Stellantis has confirmed this yet, but these sources are reliable, and I typically don't spread rumors that are too out of control on this channel, as my past history would suggest. The new Dodge Charger has been a polarizing vehicle, where many people that I've spoken to, both in person and online, really do like the styling and design of the vehicle, but they aren't a fan of the powertrain. To illustrate this, we can take a look at the Charger sales. Overall sales dropped down to just 9,562 units in 2025 for the entire calendar year. Breaking that down, full year 2025 sales totaled 2,141 units for the gas-powered Chargers, so that includes possible old inventory as well as the new 6-cylinder 6-packs, and then 7,421 units for the electric Daytona. For the 6-pack, that car wasn't released until the end of the year, so most of these are very early pre-orders, and only 273 of those were even delivered to customers. Most dealers either received these in early 2026, or some haven't at all, so I'll wait some time before we deem the 6-pack sales to be a success or failure. However, the Daytona is a complete failure so far. This car has already been in production for well over a year now, with tons of marketing and auto show appearances, but the 7,421 units sold is simply not enough and shows that people don't want that car. The numbers sharply declined by the end of the year, as with the loss of the federal EV tax credit, only 346 were sold in the final quarter of 2025. The Daytona RT version has already been cancelled due to the lack of demand, so just the Scat Pack remains, and it's clear there aren't many takers for it. My point with analyzing the sales is that I believe the problem isn't with the design, but rather the powertrain, and especially the EVs. Not many Dodge customers want this electric Daytona, and it seems that while the 3-liter twin-turbo Hurricanes have potential, there's still skepticism and disappointment coming from people having 3 different Hemi V8 offerings. That's where the Hellcat comes in. There is still a massive gap left behind between the electric Daytona and the twin-turbocharged Hurricane Inline 6, and Dodge customers do want a V8 back. First, Ram brought back the 5.7-liter in the 1500s, then they brought back the Hellcat Power TRX model, and now the Charger is next. Because the 3-liter twin-turbo engines do offer a lot of horsepower and performance, it doesn't make any sense for Dodge to bring back a stock 5.7-liter or 6.4-liter Hemi at this time, nor does it make sense to spend funds towards upgrading those motors and selling them from the factory. The standard output 3-liter engine makes 420 horsepower and 486 pound-feet of torque, versus the 370 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque in a 5.7-liter powered Charger RT. The high output 3-liter makes 550 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque, versus the 6.4-liter powered Charger Scat Pack with 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. However, the door is still open for a Hellcat or Red Eye or something of that nature with 700 plus horsepower to blow the doors off of the other models, along with all-wheel drive in this new body style with that architecture and platform. Tim Kuniskis, the current CEO of Ram, the head of the SRT division, and the former Dodge boss, spoke about the potential return in January with Motor Trend at the Detroit Auto Show, saying, quote, "The only way it makes sense to charge for an optional Hemi now is that I have to go all the way up to a Hellcat," end quote. So that means no bringing back the 5.7 or 6.4 as we talked about, because both Hurricanes produce more power than their counterparts. There is no business case for a performance brand to willingly sell a slower car and upcharge for the engine. Even with V8 lovers, it's still a tough sell. Also, previously Dodge representatives said that the new platform could not accommodate the engine without significantly redesigning the car. But the same thing was said about Ram, and they got a Hemi under the hood within 6 months. Current Dodge CEO Matt McAlear has also been quoted this year saying, quote, "Don't be surprised if it would fit," end quote. and he explained that the Charger's Stella Large platform was designed to support multiple powertrains, ranging from all-electric to high-performance V8s. He added that this flexibility allows Dodge to adjust to shifts in consumer demand, as well as regulatory conditions. So those two executives are in no way saying no to the Hellcat, they're just being careful with their words right now until it's actually released. So when might the Hellcat return? It seems the target is for a 2028 model year, which is also the time that the Charger is scheduled for a refresh. It's perfect timing, allowing Dodge to properly integrate the Hellcat motor on the Stella Large platform, while also upgrading the platform and tweaking the design, releasing as best a version as they can for this Halo car. This is also the right time to beef up the SRT division, which was revived last year after a 4-year hiatus. SRT is Dodge's bread and butter, and a huge reason of why people know of the brand, with the SRT cars always being the Halo cars to get people interested. In 2025, SRT had just one vehicle left, the Durango SRT Hellcat, but in January 2026, Kuniskis revealed the 2027 Ram 1500 SRT TRX, which was the first SRT branded Ram vehicle since the 2006 Ram SRT 10. So now is the time to keep SRT rolling by giving the new Charger an SRT trim. So what else do we know about the potential Charger Hellcat? Well, the sources indicate that Hellcat Charger will arrive as a 2-door first. Just like we already saw with all the next-gen Charger releases, the coupe comes first, followed by the 4-door later on, releasing the version that's most concerned with performance first. As for the power, I doubt Dodge goes straight for red-eye numbers, but they will definitely upgrade on the 717 horsepower number from the base 2023s. We already saw this with the TRX, where Ram went from 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque on the 2021 to 2024 TRX, and upped that to 777 horsepower and 680 pound-feet of torque on the 2027 version. Dodge needs all the power they can get, as the new Charger gas-powered versions weigh around 4,800 pounds, and also Ford is expected to come out with a Supercharged 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse with at least 750 horsepower. With all the previous variants of the Hellcats, SRT does have some parts to play with to increase the power, as the new TRX, for example, used parts from the higher output Hellcat engine that's found in the red eye, as well as direct connection parts. So Dodge should be doing the same here. As for the potential cost, a 2026 2-door Scat Pack Plus currently starts at $60,685 US, so I imagine a Hellcat would be within the $70,000 to $80,000 price range, which is a lower volume, higher margin vehicle that would satisfy every single Dodge and Mopar enthusiast, whether or not you can afford one, and it'll do wonders to keep giving life to the SRT division, along with creating quite a stir on the internet and giving a lot of positivity to the Dodge brand. For now, this is not yet confirmed by Dodge, but it seems like this is coming, as all the sources point towards it, as well as the words from Tim Kuniskis and Matt McAlear. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about the Hellcat's potential return to the Charger down in the comment section below. I think this is a necessary and huge move for the brand, and I can only see it being a success, but I do question if the other models, those being the 3-liter Hurricane RT and Scat Packs, will be popular or flop as they're out for a longer period of time. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you all in the next video.